WZZN, Union Grove, Huntsville, Alabama. 97.7 ESPN, The Zone. Welcome to the Havoc Hour, presented by Stockton Mortgage, your power play in mortgage lending.
NMLS 8259.
Call Jen DeTulio at 402-350-0392 for all your mortgage needs. Now, let's head to Zamrewski's upstairs at the Ice Sports Complex.
And good evening to you, not just Huntsville Havoc fans, but also 97.7 ESPN The Zone fans, because it's kind of been a few days since you've heard a little bit of local programming on 97.7 ESPN The Zone. That is because at the moment we are kind of in a little bit of a move. We are moving to brand new studios, state-of-the-art studios. In fact, one of those cameras that we are about to install into our new studios, we're actually using tonight as we broadcast live from Zamrewski's Tavern inside of the Iceplex, where we are going to be talking a little bit about Huntsville Havoc hockey. Team going 1-2 over the last week since we joined you last time for the Havoc Hour. Did get 3 points. They lost the first game in Knoxville. Second game, we kind of know what happened in the second game. We're going to probably talk about that once or twice throughout the evening tonight, as if you might have missed it, as the team won 7-2. But let's be honest, literally nobody in the world is even talking about the fact that the team won 7-2 and that Buster and Fish both had 2 goals. What they are talking about is the 183 total penalty minutes that happened in the game, and the fact that Huntsville accounted for 98 of those. And one of the guys that is going to be on the show with us tonight may or may not have had 17 penalty minutes in that game. I don't know how you get 17 penalty minutes, but we're going to talk to him about that. Because believe it or not, Connor Fries has actually joined us at Zambrewski's, even though there is not a penalty box here. So we're going to have a little bit of fun with these guys, as he, as well as Terry Ryder, is going to be joining us here in just a little bit. But don't forget, 2 games coming up this weekend that you're going to want to be paying attention to, January 31st, as well as February 1st. And those are going to be against Quad City. And so you can still get some tickets. You can join us out there, as we're going to be broadcasting live, not just on the Havoc Zone, but also on 97.7 ESPN The Zone. And also don't forget that the road game coming up against Roanoke on February 6th, that is going to be on WAFF 48.3 as well. We will be there for that one, as we're going to be heading up there. So we always want to thank Stockton Mortgage, as well as Jen DeTulio, for helping sponsor the Havoc Hour. Obviously, you can always give Jen a call at 402-350-0392. And if you are joining us tonight at Zambrewski's, which we have a lot of Huntsville Havoc fans that are here, that have made their way there. We have them see them clapping right here. Now, here's the cool part about this, is that before the Christmas break and before we finish this up with this last year, as our brand new camera has decided to go on the AI motion mode, as we're using this for the first time. But what is happening is we had a packed Zambrewski's. I mean, it was packed for our very last Havoc Hour that we had in 2024. But in doing so, then we took a few weeks off. So now we're starting to get back, where we have a lot of Havoc fans that are coming out tonight, because we are going to be at Zambrewski's every single Tuesday night at 6 o'clock, regardless as if we're on the radio or not, because we may or may not be moving radio stations. We're still going to be here as you watch on WZZN TV. I say every bit of that because we have right now the chat open. If you have questions for Connor Fries, for Ryder, for Coach Piancentini. I got it right. All right, see, kind of, yeah, all right. For a coach, we can get all of those in just by getting into the chat right now. Or if you guys are here, John is right beside the table. You can go over there and give it to him, and he will make sure that we get it to everybody as we begin to ask that. So that being said, let's go ahead and get this thing started. When we come back, Coach P is going to be joining us, because I found out that his last name is so hard that even the team doesn't call him by his last name. They just call him Coach P. But he's going to join us, maybe to talk a little bit about what's happened over the last week, but maybe to talk about actually a lot more fun stuff than we can be doing with that. So start to get those questions in. We're going to be joined by the guys as we continue here from the Havoc Hour on WZZN TV on 97.7 ESPN, The Zone.
97.7 ESPN, The Zone.
Hi, folks. Bobby White back again for Woody Anderson Ford, inviting you to come test drive any one of our over 100 F-150s. From rock-solid, dependable work trucks to our state-of-the-art Platinum Series, we've got an F-150 for you. Test drive one today, and you'll understand why the F-150 is the best-selling truck in America, going on 48 years in a row. Just as successful offenses and defenses are built on teamwork, Woody Anderson Ford is powered by our people. Our sales and service teams are well-trained to save you time and money. And because we want your business again and again, no one will work harder to earn it. Our mobile service teams come to your home or business for oil changes, brake work, tire rotations, and more. And the great thing is you don't pay extra for it. We come to you with mobile service at no extra charge. Proud to be local, family-owned, and at your service for over 62 years. Woody Anderson Ford, Alabama's F-150 Superstore.
Are you trying to find a new house? Are you trying to find the right loan, the right people to do your loan? Look no further than the Bank of Frank Ewing in Hazel Green. John Kendall, the Vice President of Mortgage with me. John, when they need a loan, and I say they, when people need a loan, it's about them.
That's right, Scott. Our whole motto is it's all about you. We're going to be okay. You're the one making the investment. We want to make sure that you're taken care of.
How do they find you?
Give us a call at 256-507-9180, or they can catch us online at bankoffrankewing.com.
It's Bank of Frank Ewing in Hazel Green, where they take the home loan to you and they make it all about you. Bank of Frank Ewing in Hazel Green is an FDI insured bank, as well as an equal housing lender.
NMLS number 446707.
The state's largest orthopedic group is growing to meet the needs of the patients in our community. The Orthopedic Center has long been the most trusted name in orthopedics in North Alabama. So as our area continues on the fast track, so does the need for premier orthopedic care anywhere and anytime you need it. TOC is proud to announce the opening of our new locations in Albertville and Hampton Cove, along with the grand opening of our newest office in Decatur. These clinics will offer the same high-quality orthopedic care you have come to associate with TOC, with the convenience of being closer to home. As a patient, your time is your most precious asset, and we recognize that at TOC. That's why we are also proud to announce the opening of our urgent ortho clinics to handle those bumps and bruises that need prompt attention. These clinics are available to care for acute orthopedic injuries with no appointment necessary. With 38 physicians, 20 centers of excellence, and now more than a dozen locations to serve you, TOC will continue to be the name you turn to for the best orthopedic care at the right time. Visit our website at visittoc.com for more information. TOC, helping you live a better life.
In football and in finance, the best offense is a good defense. Neighbors Wealth Management has joined forces with Alliance Group to provide Alabamans with world-class financial service on both sides of the ball. Get the expertise to grow your wealth and protect your assets all under one roof. Give us a call and let's work together to turn your personal financial franchise into a perennial powerhouse. 256-469-2324 or visit us at neighborswealthmanagement.com. That number again is 256-469-2324 or neighborswealthmanagement.com.
By now, you know about Eagle Masonry and Insulation, and maybe you know that Eagle also does landscaping and dirt work. But how about after paint work? Shower doors, shelving, and mirrors, all taken care of by Eagle, the same Eagle that takes care of all your masonry, insulation, and landscaping needs. Eagle brings the same level of expertise to all these disciplines, and they're ready to provide you with a free quote. The website is the same, insulatewitheagle.com, as is the phone number, 256-755-1556. Give them a call and see what Eagle can do for you. Eagle saves you time. Eagle saves you money.
Follow us on Facebook at 97.7 ESPN.
Okay, guys, show us what you got.
On Twitter at 97.7 ESPN. Online at 97.7ESPN.com. We are 97.7 ESPN, The Zone.
I haven't seen my dates, so tell me when the boys get up. Then I wanna rock.
Havoc Hour live from Zamrewski's inside the Iceplex. Joe Huck with you on this Tuesday night here as we are broadcasting live. Again, even though we are not live on 97.7 ESPN The Zone because of us moving stations, We are live on WZZN TV. So it doesn't matter if you're in the Huntsville Havoc fan cave or if you are watching on X or YouTube. You can simply go and follow us, get those comments in as we're about to be joined by assistant coach Tyler Piacentini, right?
Yeah, that's good.
Okay, come on, be honest with me now.
No, it's good.
Is it good? Okay, I don't even know if I have the right mic on you right there. Let's see that. Do that again.
Yeah, that's good.
Okay, that's good. Okay, we're gonna go with that. So see now, Coach, as I say this, is you guys have kind of had a little bit of a hectic week. I would say it might have been a little hectic. 1-2 went up to Knoxville, split that series, and I know that we're gonna talk to the guys about what happened in that second game with Knoxville. But from like a coaching standpoint with you guys, how is it going into that second game and saying, okay, crap, or that game back against Pensacola, and you guys are like, all right, we don't have Reggie, we don't have Dom. How are we going to make this game plan out going into this one against Pensacola?
Yeah, I mean, I think obviously, like what happened in Knoxville there. I think as coaches the next day you're a little worried about, like almost an emotional letdown, right? Like everyone was involved basically in the game in Knoxville, and there was so much going on that, it's a 3-3 the next day, and it's just like for us, it's as coaches, it's making sure the guys are ready to go. And it's tough sometimes as a player because you're kind of worried about the night before, everything that happened, like you said, all those penalty minutes and stuff. And yeah, I mean, obviously not having Dom, who's our captain, and Reggie as well, like not having those guys, it's a loss. But I think it's a really good opportunity for some other guys to step up, and we have a lot of depth on this team, and that's for a reason. It's for those guys to moments like that to step up, and some guys might get more ice time, and they can see what they can do with it. So I think for us, it's almost a next man up mentality.
Yeah.
It's obviously, not having those guys, it hurts, and they're tough to replace, but I think it's a good opportunity for some other guys to step in and see what they have.
Okay, now for real, and I'm not talking coach speak here. I mean, obviously you're a former player. Everybody knows because held banner in the rafters, all that sort of thing. So they know about you being a former player. On the bus on the way back, okay, I need to really know here. Like, you guys win 7-2. We know that nobody's talking about that part. But, like, what are you guys talking about on the way back after that game? Even though, again, you split the series, but that emotional game, and then the way after the fight happened. Because the fight happened when it was 3-2. So you guys scored 4 goals after the fight. Like, What are y'all talking about on the bus back?
Yeah, I mean, there was obviously some laughs and stuff.
I like how you look over there. Like, yeah, there was some laughs.
Yeah, no, about a little of everything. Yeah, I mean, obviously with that stuff happening, it goes to show, guys aren't afraid on our team. They're going to step in, and, they're going to help each other out. So obviously, from that side of it, as a coach or player, it's like, it's really good to see that. I think sometimes things like that, it brings a team closer, it brings a team together when you're kind of battling like that. And then honestly, like the rest of the game thought we had a really good game too. So I think on the bus, I mean, there was a lot of laughs and stuff with the guys and just, trying to see what guys we would have available the next day.
Well, no, and then you got Robo, who's all this is happening behind him, and then he turns around and the goalie comes at him. So, and I know that Robo's not here for me to ask him this question, but like, how does that go about a goalie fight? Like, you guys can't talk trash the same way these guys can in a face-off. Like, how does it get to the point where there is a goalie fight?
I don't know. Yeah.
I mean, does he just go, all right, I want in on this?
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, he must have. Yeah. I mean, he must have just said, yeah, screw this. And he must have went down. Yeah, I'm not sure. Honestly, on the bench, I was looking somewhere else. And then all of a sudden I saw him sprinting down. Yeah. And so, yeah, I mean, he must have just said, screw it. And he just went down. But I mean, I think it's good too for obviously, the fans are in attendance there. Yeah. It's entertaining and stuff. So, I know everyone always loves a goalie fight. So.
Well, and again, we've talked so much, and the one thing that I remember, because I've been in Huntsville since the Havoc came back and got into the SPHL, and being that you've played, how this league has changed. And something like Saturday night isn't the norm anymore. We used to call that a Friday night at the BBC, So we used to have that, but now it's a little bit different, and you start to see it, and it's kind of like, wow, like it kind of stands out a little bit more than what it does. But the other part is that now we've said go ahead and get these questions in about you. So, Coach, you're already getting some questions inside of our chat now. So, the Havoc Zone chat and the Havoc Hour chat is wide open, so you can start getting those questions as we continue. Coach P joining us right now. Connor Fries as well as Terry Ryder is going to be joining us in just a few seconds. So, last week we learned with Coach Stefan that he's kind of a Blink 182 guy. He talked about that being one of the bands he liked because he was even going to go see them whenever they were supposed to perform before the rain out happened. But Zach wants to know, what's your favorite song?
My favorite song.
Our favorite song or band?
Oh, band.
Yeah, because again, with Stu, he talked to us about Fiend, even though if he's listening right now, by the way, or watching, Fiend was already playing at the beginning of each game, but he said he wanted it, so we just let him know he was getting it. We also, Austin Alger says that he loved Missy Elliott, Work It and Lose Control. Now, we're asking this because right here, as you can see on this, is I've got the playlist that we were going for all the songs that we play coming back in the Havoc Hour.
Yeah.
So that's the reason why we want to know is what's your favorite band?
Yeah. I actually got asked this question earlier.
For real?
Yeah, I was getting a haircut. The guy asked me. Honestly, I like all types of music. I'd say like country's my biggest.
Yeah.
But honestly, I like all types of music. I like Morgan Wallen a lot. I like his music.
No, Morgan Wallen is my wife and I went and saw Morgan Wallen at Nissan Stadium about during the summertime, as a matter of fact. Kind of a cool show. I know all of his songs. Obviously, there's only one that I like, which is 98 Braves. But it's a pretty cool concert. So Morgan Wallen throws a good concert, man.
Yeah. I like Luke Combs too. I like When It Rains, It Pours.
Oh, it's a good song.
Yeah, I mean he has a lot of good ones. But honestly, I like just about everything. I'll kind of listen, but I think country's probably my most listened to.
So with it being the country that you most listen to, as you were playing and when you were getting ready to go into the game, I don't think you're listening to Morgan Wallen or some Luke Combs, were you?
I would, but
really, you were listening
no, I wasn't someone that was like listening to I don't know, I guess the heart, whatever. But honestly, it was usually just the stuff that was being played in the locker room. But I like all types of music from country to the EDM stuff. I don't mind, but it'd really be whatever's in the locker room, to be honest.
Right. So Garrett, inside of the Huntsville Havoc fan cave, you guys have done a lot of theme nights. I know the other day we had the Bluey theme night, which I think this is where this question is kind of coming from. Is if you could pick a movie to focus on. Now, we asked this to Coach last week, and he totally dodged the question. He totally dodged it.
Yeah, I might have to dodge it.
If you could pick a movie, though, that could be a focus of a theme night, what would it be? It doesn't have to be sports. I mean, it doesn't have to be sport. You could literally say Goodfellas if you wanted to. That's what I'm saying. What would you pick? I can literally ask you about a power play right now.
I know,
You're going to be able to spit it out.
Yeah.
But ask me
I don't know. You caught me off guard.
Yeah. See, again, and that's where I was curious about it, just because, we asked Coach, he started talking about slap shots and those.
I mean, it could be, the hockey movies are,
But again, I was just like, all right, so let's go. So on the bus, when you guys are going to Knoxville, or we talking about the road trip to Roanoke and those sort of things, what are you doing on the bus? Are you watching film? Are you guys chilling out? Are you watching a movie? What are you doing?
Yeah. Well, usually, honestly, if we got to watch film, we will after a game. But usually, the coaches will usually, if there's a sporting event on TV, we'll watch that. I know. I know that's what my wife always says to me. Like, all you do is watch sports.
Yes,
it is. I guess I'm pretty boring, but I get home. Yeah, I get home and just watch. Whatever's on TV for sports usually.
So I was telling Coach beforehand that we can sit here and we can talk hockey the entire time, and I can ask him about the power plays and everything, or even the defensive side and all this other stuff. But part of this, what we had fun with Coach Stefan last week, is the fact that we kind of got to know him just a little bit more, and with getting to know you. And so part of what I do is I basically, my wife has taught me how to Facebook stalk. All right. I mean, if you don't know, women are the most amazing social media stalkers that there is. They basically are private investigators when it comes to this sort of stuff. So I've learned a lot from her on this. And so I was wanting to learn a little bit more about Coach P. And I saw the fact that, is it your sister that is like the video coach for the women's like USA team? Like what is that I saw from on your X feed about her?
Yeah. You were digging.
Dude, I had to.
Yeah. My younger sister, she's she grew up playing hockey, and she played at Syracuse, and then she played in Italy for a year, and then she's coached at different couple of colleges. Now she's at Northeastern University. And yeah, she was on the video side when she first got into coaching, and now she's an assistant coach at Northeastern. But yeah, she's got into USA Hockey, and I think it was last year she was with the U18 women's national team. Now, this year she's been working with the national team to hopefully go to the Olympics. So it's pretty cool to see her doing well. She's always been someone that I've looked up to too.
Yeah.
Even though she's younger, she was she was a goal scorer. She'd be able to put the puck in the back of the net. So sometimes I'd be asking her after games, hey, but
give some tips, get all this. So now there's two things about this also. So for people that don't know where Northeastern is, that's in Boston.
Yes.
And in Boston, and I know that obviously you know this is, there's a point in Boston where like you can be standing and you can literally be looked 6 different directions and see like 6 different universities. That's how it is for it. The other part with it with Coach that I love about it is, as we've been sitting here and talking, the moment we started talking about your sister and you started talking about Northeastern, I noticed your Boston accent start coming out a little bit more, that the Northeastern accent. I'm like, dang, I love this.
Yeah.
Like, I love the accent. Like, it's awesome,
Yeah.
And I was just like, now I know, like, that's in it though, because you were talking about with that one Northeastern. Is that what she always wanted to do? Was to be a coach on that side? Like, again, you're talking, there's a potential for her to get a gold medal. It's not like Team USA and the women's hockey isn't a bad hockey team.
Yeah, I mean, I think with her, like, she was playing, and she just got in the coaching side of things, and I think I mean, I think one thing led to another, and now she's got a good opportunity. So I mean, wishing her the best with that too. We talk just about every day as well, just about hockey, whatever. So it's always been good growing up with her. Just kind of we've always been really close. Hockey's been a big part of that too, and I have an older brother as well. So us growing up, we did not take it easy on my younger sister.
I can tell.
Yeah, like in the driveway or whatever, So she's definitely, I wouldn't want to mess with her. She's pretty tough in that sake. So I mean, I'm just happy for her, and wishing her the best with everything that she's got going on.
All right, I need some help on this because I just now learned you're a middle child, because you said older brother and you said younger one. My daughter right now, again, she's only like 20 months old, but she's about to be a middle child. What do I have to expect when it comes to like middle child stuff? Because I mean, look, I know about the oldest and I know about the youngest, but what am I needing to expect when it comes to that middle child stuff? Be honest now, Coach. Come on now.
I think with me, I think I'd always get in trouble rather than my older brother.
Was he doing it and you were getting blamed for it, or were you the one that was doing it?
I think I was the one kind of doing it. But no, I mean, I mean, that was really it. It was just, it was like almost, or he would blame me for stuff that wasn't me. He's I don't know. He's like 5'11", 6 feet. So I definitely didn't get his height. But I mean, it was fun growing up with obviously like an older brother, younger sister too, just to we'd always try to gang up, whether it was my older brother and younger sister against me or whatever, it'd always be 2-on-1, whatever it was, if it was in the basement or whatever.
Is he a hockey player too?
He was, yeah. Yep.
Wow. All right. So Coach P, he's joining us. He's going to hang around Zamrewski's just for a little bit. We got a lot of Havoc fans here that want to take pictures and all that sort of stuff. Coach, we appreciate you hopping on. See, we didn't talk as much hockey today. We got to learn a little bit about more.
That was awesome.
Yeah, you and your sister, because now we got to pay attention even more to Team USA and see kind of what's going on with that as well as with you. So when we come back here in just a minute, let's talk a little bit to Tyler Ryder as well as Connor Fries as we get going here on the Havoc Hour. You can get those questions in for the guys. Even Coach P, we'll find him and ask him if you've got even more coaching questions for him as we continue on the Havoc Hour live from Zambrewski's on 97.7 ESPN The Zone and WZZN TV.
97.7 ESPN The Zone.
Eagle Masonry and Installation. It's right there in the name. Eagle is your one-stop shop for block, stone, or brickwork, monument signs, and outdoor kitchens and fireplaces. Eagle also offers the finest craftsmanship and insulation, including fiberglass or spray foam insulation, and of course, insulation removal. Philip Love and his team have years of experience, bringing the region the best in masonry and insulation services. For more information and a quote, visit insulatewitheagle.com or call 256-755-1556. Eagle saves you time. Eagle saves you money.
The state's largest orthopedic group is growing to meet the needs of the patients in our community. The Orthopedic Center has long been the most trusted name in orthopedics in North Alabama. So as our area continues on the fast track, so does the need for premier orthopedic care anywhere and anytime you need it. TOC is proud to announce the opening of our new locations in Albertville and Hampton Cove, along with the grand opening of our newest office in Decatur. These clinics will offer the same high-quality orthopedic care you have come to associate with TOC, with the convenience of being closer to home. As a patient, your time is your most precious asset, and we recognize that at TOC. That's why we are also proud to announce the opening of our urgent ortho clinics to handle those bumps and bruises that need prompt attention. These clinics are available to care for acute orthopedic injuries with no appointment necessary. With 38 physicians, 20 centers of excellence, and now more than a dozen locations to serve you, TOC will continue to be the name you turn to for the best orthopedic care at the right time. Visit our website at visittoc.com for more information. TOC, helping you live a better life.
Hi, folks. Bobby White back again for Woody Anderson Ford, inviting you to come test drive any one of our over 100 F-150s. From rock-solid, dependable work trucks to our state-of-the-art Platinum Series, we've got an F-150 for you. Test drive one today, and you'll understand why the F-150 is the best-selling truck in America, going on 48 years in a row. Just as successful offenses and defenses are built on teamwork, Woody Anderson Ford is powered by our people. Our sales and service teams are well-trained to save you time and money. And because we want your business again and again, no one will work harder to earn it. Our mobile service teams come to your home or business for oil changes, brake work, tire rotations, and more. And the great thing is you don't pay extra for it. We come to you with mobile service at no extra charge. Proud to be local, family-owned, and at your service for over 62 years. Woody Anderson Ford, Alabama's F-150 Superstore.
Hey there, Bob Baumhauer again. Baumhauer's Victory Grill is extremely proud to have recently received numerous awards, including being voted best wings in the state of Alabama. Other awards received include Best All-Around Restaurant, Best American Restaurant, #1 Sports Bar, Best Chef, Best Wings, and Best Dining Experience. Thank you for 43 legendary years, and we look forward to providing you an award-winning dining experience at every visit. Baumhauer's Victory Grill. Legendary fun, legendary food.
In football and in finance, the best offense is a good defense. Neighbors Wealth Management has joined forces with Alliance Group to provide Alabamans with world-class financial service on both sides of the ball. Get the expertise to grow your wealth and protect your assets all under one roof. Give us a call and let's work together to turn your personal financial franchise into a perennial powerhouse. 256-469-2324 or visit us at neighborswealthmanagement.com. That number again is 256-469-2324 or neighborswealthmanagement.com.
Listen to the Havoc Hour on Tuesdays live from Zambrewski's upstairs at the Ice Sports Complex, the Huntsville Havoc's home away from home. And Havoc fans, you can earn reward points for attending. Presented by Stockton Mortgage.
NMLS 8259.
On 97.7 ESPN The Zone.
Havoc Hour live from Zambrewski's inside of the Iceplex, where you can be joining us every single Tuesday night at 6 p.m. as we talk to a coach as well as a few Havoc players every single Tuesday night. So now the great part about this part of the show is that we've already got a couple questions in for Coach P. We've also had some people that have already started putting some questions on the Huntsville Havoc fan cave page that we're going to be asking these guys here in just a little bit. But If you haven't gotten your question in, you can go to WZZN TV on YouTube as well as X, and you can start putting those questions in, and they're going to be coming in throughout the show right here. But we are joined by defenseman Terry Ryder as well as light heavyweight Connor Fry. So how are you guys doing today? I've actually looked up what your classification would be just because the whole, 27 minutes of penalties, I kind of figured that this may be a topic for you guys tonight. So how are you guys doing in this? Because I appreciate you guys hopping on with us.
Doing well. I would say more of a middleweight, not
Look,
light
no,
heavyweight.
no, and I would have said that as well. I literally looked up because on your bio it says 175.
Yeah.
And so I looked it up and they said light heavyweight. I was like, wow, that doesn't sound right. But yeah, so middleweight on there.
Yeah.
Now, do you realize how many people are paying attention to the fights? Like, do you know that? Because when you get into a fight, especially like you did on Sunday, the videos that have come out of the fight, like of people that are like, oh, let me get this going. Let me get this. Do you know that everybody's videoing that once you drop gloves?
To be honest, not really paying attention to it. just trying to not get my butt kicked, I guess you could say. So.
Well, and the reason I asked that because the Zamboni right now seems to be extremely loud for some reason, but I ask you that only because of the fact that when you threw some gloves down and do against Pensacola, how does that work? Because for a lot of people that didn't get to see it, it wasn't just a, hey, middle of the play, he's getting pissed off type thing. It's a puck drops right on side of Chaos's head. And then the moment the puck drop, gloves drop. Like, how does that work?
Well, they got that third one. We didn't have much energy, so I knew we needed something.
Yeah.
And I've gone with Zamrewski before, so I thought he would probably say yes. So I just said, Dahmer, will you give me one? And he goes, yeah, I'll give you one. And that's it.
Okay, so the reason I asked that is because Zach actually just asked, what's it like getting into a fight?
I mean, it feels like it's slow motion, but going really fast, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't even know how to describe it. Definitely crazy adrenaline rush, but you're also like very calm, but obviously, it's an adrenaline rush at the same time.
Now, let me ask, because last week we had Philly on. I call him Philly. What does everybody else call him? Do you call him Phil? Okay, because I felt weird because I was calling him Philly and I was calling his brother Dougie the entire night. I don't know why I was doing that. But with you guys, they said you kind of keep scores. Is this right? Do you guys kind of keep score about who's winning fights and who's not?
No, not really.
Not really?
No. I
See,
mean,
they lied to me,
Coach
man.
and Reggie will wrestle all the time in the locker room, but
I'm just saying that's what they said. It's like, we don't keep a score, but we kind of know. We kind of know a little bit. So let me ask, and I'll ask you because I know I've been asking him from your point of view with what happened Saturday night. Like, you two guys know that the wrestling theme was just a theme, right? Like, y'all know that it wasn't like mandatory that you guys had to throw down just because Kane was there. Like, I just didn't know if you guys knew that or not. From your standpoint, and obviously everything that happened, what's it like from your end as far as, again, this defenseman and you're seeing all this stuff kind of play out in front of you?
Yeah, that was crazy. Like, that was kind of my first experience with that kind of line brawl. And then it just seemed like one thing happened after another. And then, Robo fight, and then Frizy, he's always in the mix. So it was fun to watch.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just kept escalating, and then
the next thing you know. So I asked Coach P this. I don't know if you guys heard. How on earth does it get to a goalie fight? Like, again, with you're saying, hey, I can look over. I know he's going to go. Let's go. You guys are in a face-off sometimes, or you're hitting each other up on the half boards or whatever. How does it get to a point where the goalies are like, all right, I'm in. I want to fight. Does this ever get talked about? Like, has it gotten to that point where you're going, how did it get to that point where he just skates all the way down?
I mean, it could be a few different things. One could be maybe we're crashing the net too hard.
Yeah.
Making contact with their goalie, and maybe that pisses him off. So he sees an opportunity. I don't know if it was this, but he sees an opportunity to go down there and I guess drop the mitts with Robo.
All right, so let me ask this because I need your honest opinion on this, because with the guys, I wanted this to, as I've been doing more and more hockey games for you guys, I've been kind of wanting to make this a little bit more personalized with the home run calls, almost like a New York Yankees type thing where you're like, every guy has his own particular call for home runs. Obviously now your name is easy to at least come up with something because of the fries part. And always in the other night, I said, we ordered this goal with extra fries. Bad, dumb, good. Do we need to change it? Because look, I'm all about getting criticized. I'm okay with this. So I just, it's your goal, it's your call, and it's the stuff that we're going to be putting out on socials. So I want to make sure it's something you are okay with, or if we need to change it, man, we can work on this.
Fine with that.
I mean, I just want to double check.
Yeah, no, I'm good with that one.
Okay. Now, with Terry, with you, I was looking this up, and we were talking a little bit about this beforehand. You played at Adrian College.
Yep.
For people that don't realize this, Adrian won the national championship 3 years ago, was it? 2021, 2022. Yep. So it was 3 seasons ago. Do you get a ring? Like, how? Because you're on this team. You played. Sam was on it. Like, how was it like playing for a national championship?
Yeah, it was unbelievable. It was a super special year.
Yeah.
Great locker room, great experience. Obviously, not everybody gets to do that, so it was just a major blessing. And yeah, we did get rings. Yeah, I can't believe we won it, but we did. And it was just an amazing feeling I'll never forget.
Going through this and playing through the Frozen Four and doing everything that you guys have been playing for, as it's getting close to that national championship game, how's it feeling? And look, I read body language a lot. Okay, I can literally see your knuckles right now as you're talking about it. Like you're just like this. All right, so no, it's okay.
No, we had a really, really good team that year. We knew we had a really good chance.
Yeah.
And then we had our conference playoffs, and in the championship game, we played St. Norbert. They were like 3rd or 4th at the time, and we beat them 12-3. So we beat a top 5 team 12-3 in our championship game for their conference. So we went in the tournament super confident, and we kind of knew it was in our hands. And luckily, we took care of business.
Well, in Ford, I mentioned, Sam was on the team, Sam Ruffin, who literally just signed with you guys like a couple of weeks ago. What's it like not only having a player that was on that team with you, but having him on your team now and seeing him play with him, being your teammate again?
Yeah, obviously, like playing with Sam. That's weird saying Sam.
Okay,
Ruffer.
what do y'all say?
I call him Ruffer.
Okay, see, that's what I need to hear now. I need to know that.
So, I was at school with Ruffer for 4 years, so obviously we are good buddies. And then, winning, obviously, create a special bond, a brotherhood for life. So when he came here, like, it's just like another like family member, stopped in town. Obviously, it's just good to see somebody like you're familiar with and go back with. So it's been really nice having him.
Does this man ever lose a face-off? And I mean, I know that you see from all the face-offs that you guys are going through. I felt like even on Sunday, neither of you guys were ever losing a face-off the entire time. Like, I mean, I could be wrong on it, but it just felt like every single time, especially with Sam and with you, is like never losing face-offs at all.
We got Stu in there too.
And Stu. Yeah, and Stu, which I have some questions for you guys about him coming up here in just a little bit. But yeah, even Stu on that. But I'm just saying, like, especially with you guys and on Sunday, there was no losing of any of the face-offs.
I would actually say Sunday was probably one of my worst games.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Dang.
I think I was only like 44%. What you want to be above 50.
Right.
That's, if you're above 50, you did your job. But I would say we got good centermen. We're always working on it, always practicing.
Yeah. Does Matt Wisner know how to take a face-off? I'm just curious.
He's always been a winger.
Dude, I mean, for people that wasn't able to watch the game, the man literally kept getting kicked out of the face-off like the first 3 or 4 that he was in.
Yeah, he's just a rat.
And I was just curious because I was like, oh, here's Matt on the face-off. Is he going to stay in long enough for it to take place? So yeah, so with the face-off and you guys are down there, are y'all jawing when you're ready? Like when you get there, like how's it go when you're that close to each other?
Not necessarily. I mean, obviously it's a game within a game, right? So you got your battle at the dots, and you have that mutual respect across the way. But you're more so when you go up to that dot, you're trying to see what he's doing and getting your, what you want to do. If you want to go forehand, backhand, and then you look at the ref's hand and you go. There's not much talking with the other centerman.
Well, I mean, there definitely wasn't much with Matt because he kept getting kicked out, so he wasn't in there long.
Yeah.
And that now. We just got a question from somebody here at Zamrewski's. In fact, it is John, the one that is eating the pizza right now, right here in front of us. Because before you guys came up here, the Havoc tweeted out on their X feed. I still say tweet. They said on their X feed that they were partnering with Talladega for the races that are coming up on this. And so John is a humongous NASCAR fan. He wants to know if either of you are, or is there a big NASCAR fan on the team?
I used to watch NASCAR when I was little.
I thought you'd say no.
Yeah, Matt Kenseth, 17 was my favorite.
Yeah,
growing up. Yeah,
dude, I'm with you. I'm not a NASCAR guy either, but he is a massive NASCAR fan. And so it's the reason why I asked this, because the moment he saw it, he was like, look at this, look at this, look at this. And so when he did, I went, all right, so I'm going to ask you guys about being in a NASCAR. So outside of that, what is your sport?
I'd probably say golf. I caddy in the summer, so I'm always on a golf course.
Okay, let me ask you, because I told Coach P that I kind of do some Instagram stalking and everything. By the way, the private profiles that all you guys have on it is really annoying, because it hurts me when it comes with coming up with questions. I'll let you know. The dog in the picture.
Yeah.
But what's the dog? Who's the dog?
That's my guy. That's Bruno.
Yeah?
Bruno. I got him 4 years ago in Columbus, Georgia, when I was playing down in Columbus, and then he actually, unfortunately, he didn't come with me this season. My parents offered to take him and watch him, but other than that, he's been with me everywhere. And I rescued him when he was around 1.
Yeah.
And I think I paid $20 for him, and just
$20, dude. You can't pay $5,000 now for dogs.
Yeah.
You pay $20 for what kind of dog is he?
A beagle.
He's a beagle, and how old is he?
He's around 4.5, 5. I don't know his exact age, but when he's around 1 when I got him, but I think he's closer to 5.
All right, so, and you can help me with this as well. So as we were talking to Phil last week, he mentioned your eating habits. You can go back and watch this on the Havoc Hour. He mentioned your eating habits, how you eat like the same thing every day. What do you eat?
At breakfast, I eat eggs. I usually have 4 or 5 eggs in the morning, but other than that, like usually beef and rice.
Beef and rice.
Yeah.
So what's the reasoning behind it? No, because look, I can't judge. You can ask him. Okay, you can ask John over there, who's running all of our social media and all of our videos tonight. Is every single day I eat eggs and sausage with a little bit of cheese on it, and then I have pork chops and Conecuh sausage. Have you guys ever had Conecuh sausage?
I don't think I have that.
All right, it's from South Alabama, and it's literally from Conecuh County. Like, that's where the name of it's called. It's like spicy. I wouldn't call them brats, but it's like spicy sausage on there. That's what I eat every single day. Okay, so I can't judge the fact that you're sitting here. I'm just curious as the beef and the rice, how'd that come about?
Well, yeah, beef, very nutrient dense. You're getting your minerals out of it. You're getting all the nutrients you need for your body to repair itself or heal and get the proper energy. So I eat a lot of beef. Obviously, like I'll eat chicken and stuff too, or seafood, but mainly it's just beef. 100% grass fed, grass finished.
You specify if it's grass finished and all that sort of stuff as well. For now, when you were at Adrian, what did you study, Terry?
exercise science.
Is that basically like how to be a trainer, how to eat? Like, what is that?
Yeah, it's like there's a couple different paths. So I went on the exercise science pre-professional, so it kind of sets you up to go to PT school or OT school. So it's more science based, but you can branch off in different directions, wherever nutritious.
Okay, I have a question. What the heck is PT and OT?
Physical therapy and occupational therapy.
Okay, because I had no idea, and I'm just sitting there like, yeah, absolutely. So, reason I ask is because I learned about it. I saw that for you, and I went, wait a second. Does that go into the nutrition and all that sort of stuff? Because it sounds like you're trying to be very nutritious. So what did you study when you were in college?
I was actually a criminal justice major.
Oh, now we're talking. Okay, hold up. Now we're about to get into it. Okay, criminal justice.
Yeah.
All right, so you did want to do PT, OT. What do you want to do? Like after hockey?
After hockey?
After hockey. I'm talking about you've got you a cup. You did whatever you wanted to do with your cup. You've done all that, and now you're like, you know what? I'm done.
I want to coach hockey after.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't think I could ever leave the rink, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
So that's what I want to do after I'm done playing.
So does it matter where, like level? Like, do you want to go back to college? Do you want to go pro? Like, what do you want? What do you feel like?
I'll start wherever at first. But I think, coaching college would be awesome.
Yeah.
I think that's where I'd want to kind of end up, but definitely open to any level.
Okay. Criminal justice. Now I'm curious. Why criminal justice?
My family's a bunch of cops.
Okay.
My dad was a state trooper for 35, 40 years, I think. My brother's a town cop. My cousin's a detective for the state police. Both my uncles are state state police officers. And yeah, then I realized after college I do not want to be a police officer.
Understandable. Now, where's your dad a state trooper at?
They're all Massachusetts.
Okay, so it's all in Mass. Okay, so they're all up there, state troopers, local cops, all that sort of stuff. So what would you have done with the criminal justice?
Honestly, it was looking like I was just gonna be a police officer somewhere.
Yeah.
But I didn't really think that far. I was more of just be a police officer, keep the.
But the only reason I'm asking is because I'm a true crime fanatic over here, and so you're talking criminal justice, and I'm like, okay, so now what are we talking here? Like, are you sitting there and you're like dextering this sucker? Like, what are we talking about here?
I mean, it'd be cool to be like, a detective or something.
Yeah.
But obviously, you'd have to climb the ranks and do all that stuff. But yeah, I don't think police officer is the route I want to go anymore. So.
I mean, understandable. With Terry, you want to go into coaching. You were saying, do you want to specialize? Like, again, your position, you're a defensive guy. Do you want to go that route? Is that something like that? Because again, I know that even if you're a defensive guy, you can coach goalie, you can coach, forwards, all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, so I think, me being a defenseman kind of almost gives me the upper hand kind of getting into coaching, because usually the head coach runs the forwards and the assistant coach runs the D. So for me, being familiar, I think is really going to help me right off the get-go.
Yeah.
But eventually, I want to be a head coach and kind of run show.
Okay. See, and that's why I asked, because you could have it, especially look at Coach P. I mean, literally, that man retired and he's boom. Like, you played against the guy. I can't even joke on. You played against it, and I was curious because you guys have Quad City coming up. You had 2 different stints with Quad City. Like, what is that like going in? And I mean, again, you play in the SPHL. There's going to be times where you play on a few different teams, but for you going up against the teams that you faced, you played for, Fayetteville, Quad City, those types of teams.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely different. I would say I kind of got over those phases. I got to play there last year and the year before that. I actually got traded from Quad to Fayetteville, and Fayetteville was coming that weekend, so I stayed in my apartment that whole week. The whole weekend I was playing against my roommates. I stayed in the apartment and stuff. That was pretty weird, I would say. Kind of going to the rink, doing the same routine, just going to the away locker room. But no, I think now it's it's different. I only have a couple buddies on the team now. It's not like it's the same guys from years ago. I only got a couple buddies on the team, so it's not as weird now.
In the chat just a second ago, which you can still get questions in on the WZZN TV chat for the Havoc Hour. And if you are here in Zambrewski's, John is sitting right here beside all the computers. If you guys have any questions that you can't get into the chat, you can literally walk up to him and you can get those in as well. Just letting everybody know. As it goes is we talked to him about his favorite food. Apparently, eat the same thing every single day. Can't judge. I do the same. For you, what's yours?
Yeah, honestly, Frizzy's been a huge impact on my eating habits.
Are y'all roommates too?
Yeah, we live together.
So you two and Phil?
Yeah, and Coburn.
And Coburn?
Yeah.
Okay. So you've rubbed off on everybody.
Yeah, so I've been kind of doing the Frizzy diet, just eggs, rice, and beef as well for the last couple weeks.
Okay, be honest, and I don't care if he's sitting here. Is it helping you?
I feel I've noticed the difference.
Yeah.
I noticed the difference, absolutely. So I think I'm gonna keep rolling with it.
I love the smile. He's sitting over there it makes a difference. It's gonna make a difference. So with that, do you guys ever rub off on him when it comes to anything else? Because he's got you guys eating right, and again, compliment to that. But is there anything that you're like, all right, Christ, we need you to, if we're gonna do all this, you gotta watch our dumb reality show, because I know about the whole Lovers Island or whatever that show is called that they talked to us about a few weeks ago. But what do you guys get him to do since he's got you guys eating clean? Come on now. Look, there's some roommate stuff here now.
Honestly, I mean, we all kind of rub off on each other. TR's an early guy, always at the rink early.
Yeah.
Kind of, keeps in the back of your mind, he's putting the work in.
That buzzer's like you BSing.
So, but you see TR and Philly, who's been out with an injury for a while, every day grinding, right?
Yeah.
Doing the work, the right thing. So it rubs off on me. I eat well and stuff, but obviously sometimes, I could maybe do a few extra reps in the gym, but they rub off in that kind of way, which is super helpful.
Where did that come from? When did you start eating the way that you did? And I asked that just because when I started doing it, I basically just did it because if I don't, I've got a Whataburger right in front of my house, and you can ask John. I will literally bring that in. The weeks I don't make my food, I'm Whataburgering this thing for like 3 or 4 days. So like, but it's all because of making sure I have actual food to eat. But what was the reasoning behind it for you guys? Because again, y'all are trying to get to the next level. Y'all are wanting to move up. Like, what's this genesis?
Honestly, it was actually one of my roommates from quad. You know, it all started out battling heavy legs in a game, and all started eating, you know, maybe he said eat a little earlier, and then he's like, maybe try mixing this in. So slowly over time. And I also had a really bad back injury, which bothered me for 4 years, every single day, like miserable. And within 3 to 6 months, it all went away. And I'm not saying it's just the food, but
yeah,
you know, like every single day, taking Advil for my back and in miserable pain all the time, trying to play hockey, and then just eating right, keeping certain things out of my diet, certain ingredients that aren't good for you.
So that's where the grass-fed comes in.
Yeah, you want to get the good meat.
Good. So where do you guys, again, we're not totally about to do a free plug for somebody. Where do you get all the grass-fed food from?
You can usually find it. You gotta really like read the labeling and stuff. It can be tough because of the marketing and all that stuff. But I just try and look for 100% grass-fed, grass-finished. So like the grass-finished part means that, you know, the last phase of it, they're not feeding them grains and all that stuff. They're still eating like off the actual land and the grass and all the proper things that they need to put in their body.
See, this is smart stuff. Like this is, again, it's a smart thing. And then he's rubbing off on you on that was so you guys, so then for celebratory dinner, because I know you guys do get food afterwards, like what is a splurge meal for you guys? Because again, I'm getting a steak. We're getting the steak. We're probably getting some like sweet potato fries because again, healthier than the regular. Like, what is a celebratory when you guys are just hanging out?
I'd say like we don't necessarily like have a meal, but every once in a while we'll go get like frozen yogurt together at the house.
Yeah,
so I guess that's kind of our little
We
cheat
do like
meal.
ice cream. Our house does love ice cream.
All right, what flavor?
Risey loves.
You know what?
Loves ice cream.
You guys are gonna laugh at this one. Vanilla Haagen-Dazs.
Really?
Yep, that's it.
Vanilla hot. Now, what's all in a vanilla hot? I mean, it sounds like
There's 3 ingredients in it.
Okay.
So your body can recognize it and break it down a little bit better.
My God, even that's healthy.
Yeah.
Okay, so vanilla.
It's delicious.
Okay, vanilla. What else is in it? You said 3 ingredients.
It's like cream, vanilla extract, and cane sugar.
He's for real.
Yeah.
He's for real. Okay, so vanilla Haagen-Dazs. What are we talking about with yours? Me, I'm a moose track.
I really don't eat
So-
ice cream too much, to be honest with you. But I will get frozen yogurt with them, and I'll get whatever looks appealing, and then throw a couple gummy bears on there on top.
And the cookie dough. Don't forget about
Oh yeah, cookie dough every once in a while.
Okay, see, and with me, it's the moose tracks. I get the Reese's cups and all that sort of stuff. Definitely not healthy. Definitely not what your body's.
yourself, though.
Look, man, I say it just because I feel you on this because I should be doing this. That's the only reason.
Don't worry. I
Yeah.
have my cheat meals.
Yeah. So back injury, you were talking about that. What do you have to do before a game to get your back ready? Because I know you said obviously you have to take some Tylenol and things like that for it, but like, have you learned like exercises? Is there a roller that you got to get on? Like, how do you do it?
Honest, now I have 0 symptoms. No
Seriously?
pain whatsoever.
That's amazing.
Like, and so pretty much it was hitting my sciatica. I had a couple bulging discs, hitting my sciatica every day. Get out of bed miserable. Kind of ruins your social life too, right? Like you don't want to do anything. And then just eating like this, just slowly like got better over time.
So you telling me that if I have an illness, if eating right is going to be part of the thing that makes me feel better?
Oh yeah. I don't take any, like when I'm sick, I don't take any meds.
Not at all?
Yeah, none.
Dude, I literally went to your trainer just to take some meds a few weeks ago because I was hurting. And you don't
He'll
even
offer me them, and I'll be like, I'm good, and he knows. He understands.
Dude, there was, what was it? It was the night with the hole. We all remember the hole. Yeah, the night with the hole. Yeah, I mean, we got 4 minutes to go in the game, and next thing you know, we have like an hour-long delay because of the hole. Dom's over there trying to get shaved ice into the middle of the hole, but he looks at me and he goes, "You need to wake me up," and he's just throws the salt and like the whatever it is in my face. I'm like, "Yep, that woke me up. I'm good to go." Like all of that. I mean, he's good for it. Your old trainer. This is where Stu comes in on this. Your old trainer, which is named Jason Lopez. Do you guys know what he does now?
Somebody mentioned it the other day, but I actually
There's probably a reason why they mentioned it the other day. Do you know Terry?
I do not.
Okay, he now works for AEW, who's coming to Huntsville tomorrow night. I know Stu's a huge wrestling fan. Is there a group of you guys going or anything? Is this not your jam? What are you feeling?
I mean, honestly, I'm not a big wrestling fan. I'm going. A bunch of us are going.
Yeah.
There's a lot of guys on our team who are big wrestling fans. So.
Oh, Stu definitely was.
Yeah.
His fan flag was flying when we had him on there. So, do you guys know where y'all are going to be tomorrow night? Because we're heading there as well. It's the only reason I'm asking. You guys are going to be going there. And again, for a lot of people that don't know, Jason is the trainer for AEW now. And so this is like a home game for him because he still lives here. As a matter of fact, my daughter actually goes to his wife's daycare. So that's how we kind of all know each other on this. But we knew that last year a lot of you guys went. So that's the reason I'm asking. But even with that, I was sitting thinking to myself, we mentioned and asked you about Quad City and Fayetteville. You were a team captain at some point in time with that. How does that play into when you go to a new team? Because again, it's not like just team captains just get thrown to anybody. It's like, oh, Terry, you're doing good now. There's a C. Like, how does that play into the rest of your career after you've been a captain for a different team?
I mean, it gives you some experience.
Yeah.
And, you obviously go through different things as a captain than you would as a player. So it gives you, you learn a lot. Obviously, not being a captain now, it is so much easier. You don't have anything to worry about. Like,
Terry, have you ever been a captain as well, like or an alternate or anything?
Yeah, I've just been an A.
An A?
Yeah.
What's involved with all this for people that don't know? Because they know about the C and the A and all that, and you said there's a lot less pressure. What's all involved with that for you guys?
Well, more so just like making sure like you're communicating to the guys. Obviously, we have like a app that we use that has our schedule and stuff, but sometimes that changes. So Dom will communicate with us. He'll talk to Stu and Ty. They'll tell him what's going on. He'll communicate with us. So it's like more of just communicating everything. And then when guys move in, making sure that they're comfortable if they need anything, like just little things like that.
So there really is a lot to it. It's not just something on the ice. There's a lot of stuff outside of it to this. Yeah. What did you have to do as an A? Like
as an A, I was just in college and in juniors and kind of
just in college. I mean, you did win a national championship. It's not like it just wasn't just in college.
Yeah, no, for me, it was just kind of doing the right things, lead by example, just kind of being aware of guys and kind of keeping tabs on everybody, like just making sure they're in high spirits. And if, they're down, pick them up and just make sure you're talking to them and asking how class are going, like things like that off the ice. And then obviously encouraging them on the ice and, kind of paving the road for the team.
All right. Final question for you guys, because we're about to wrap up here in just a few seconds. But Sam just asked because inside the Huntsville Havoc fan cave, she asked, which by the way, do you guys know what the Huntsville Havoc fan cave is?
Yeah, I heard of it.
Okay. That's where a lot of your videos are, by the way. Just letting you know.
Facebook?
Oh, yeah, it's on Facebook.
I don't have Facebook.
No, I know you don't have Facebook because I just stalked, man. I know you don't have Facebook, and I know, and with all you guys, it's all private, and y'all got everything blocked, and it makes it harder for me to learn more about you guys, just letting you know. But one of the things is she said that she hears this term a lot, and she wants to see if you guys can explain it. I want the future coach, because I'm going to go straight to you on this. Can you explain whenever they say a team is on a forecheck what that means?
Forecheck?
Yeah, it's like this. She goes, I hear it all the time, but I don't know what it means.
So forecheck, obviously, like you get the puck in deep, which is obviously like in the O zone. But you don't have the puck, so you're trying to get the puck back. So you like put pressure. It's like a press, like for people who follow basketball. So you're going to try to get the puck back. That's forecheck, kind of,
Okay.
Yeah, so you have O-zone forecheck and a neutral zone forecheck.
Okay, so now is there a difference between the two on that? Like with a neutral zone and O-zone forecheck?
Yeah, they're a little bit different.
Okay, how is that?
So our offensive zone forecheck, we call it a 1-2-2. So there'll be one guy hunting, and then there's one guy kind of behind him, almost ready to pounce if he creates a battle.
Absolutely.
And then F3, the third forward going in. Would be like kind of just hanging out in the slot, staying high, so that you don't give him an odd man rush coming back, I guess you could say. So the third forward is responsible. The first forward and second forward are more of like going after the puck, and then the neutral zone is like a 1-1-3, so it's a little more passive. You don't want to give him any like odd man rushes, so one guy's going and second guy's in the middle of the ice, and then three across the blue line.
So what's your role in all this? Like whenever all these are taking place as the D guy?
Z, just kind of keep everything in front of you.
Just making
as
sure
best as I can.
Okay, so
sometimes they get behind me, but
what? Not often. It doesn't happen often. But with you, whenever you're going one-on-one, again, you're dropping back. What are you looking for as a defenseman? Again, this is the coaching stuff. The coaching side. When you have a guy attacking, what is your? Because man, the only thing I know about this is I learned from D3, the Mighty Ducks. Okay, this is the only thing I know about hockey. I learned from that movie. Okay.
Yeah, so you want to have like a tight gap. You want to take away time and space and
Yeah.
kind of limit the the area that the other team can make a play. So you want to have good tight gap, a good stick on pucks. So they you can kind of defer them from going the middle or making them dump it and turn the puck over. So that's kind of my role, I'd say.
One last thing for Phil, and again, you guys were all roommates. The 2.5 months that he was injured, like, what were you guys doing at the house? Just being like, keeping up and getting going. Because again, 2.5 months off the ice in the middle of the season sucks. I know he just got back on the ice because it happened in Birmingham. But what are you guys doing just as a house? Not so much captain any of that sort of stuff, but just as your friends sitting around with each other with all that.
I mean, honestly, he's pretty high spirits.
Yeah.
You're just trying to do the right things to get back. Obviously, you could tell he's getting a little impatient at times, and I mean, obviously, you don't want to be out for that long. But he's pretty high spirits, doing the right things every day. And then we just always hang out. We have our once a week froyo night, so we always do that together. But no, he was pretty high spirits the whole time, I'd say.
How excited was he for the game against Pensacola?
Oh, he was excited.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It was funny. I was actually with the Huntsville Havoc fan cave because again they're in there. I have it pulled up, and so they always comment on stuff, and they're like, "Dang, the guy doing play-by-play acts like Doug still plays for us." And I'm like, dude, it was exciting. Like, because again, even the picture afterwards and all that sort of stuff, like it looked like they were enjoying, at least at times, being on the ice together.
Yeah. I asked him on the way to the rink too, because we ride together. And I was like, "Have you played your brother before?" He goes, "Yeah, one time in college." So he's experienced it one time before, but obviously this one's a little bit different, especially being on the same team and then Doug getting traded. So, and Doug lived with us too.
Yeah. Oh, he did before he got traded.
Yeah.
So how did he find out?
I
mean, like, is he sitting there and y'all are all just sitting there watching TV? It's like, "Hey, Doug, just letting you know."
Usually you get a call from the coach.
Yeah.
They'll tell you. Or if you're at the rink, they'll call you in the office.
And for you, it was, "Hey, no reason to do anything. We'll see you in a couple of days." Like, you're just gonna get to hang out.
For me, it was right after practice. I got called in the office.
Yeah.
We're training in Fayetteville. I was like, all right.
I could ask you so many more questions about that, but we're totally out of time with this. But no, Quad City coming up on the weekend. You guys are going to be taking that on. The goal call is okay.
Yeah, sure.
If and when you score a goal, the easy one is Ryder on a storm.
No, TR.
TR?
TR.
Okay, so go TR for a goal. Okay, all right.
You can exaggerate on the R too.
Okay. See, I can do that. Are you cool with that?
Yeah, whatever.
Don't whatever. This is your call, man.
Anything works. I just hope I, get the chance to do that.
Okay, I didn't see, by the way, because I found out last week that defensemen are some of the hardest hitters on the team when it comes to the velocity of the puck. How hard can you hit a puck?
Oh man, I don't even know.
Shoot a puck, hit a puck. See, thank you.
I have no idea.
You didn't do it in the skills competition?
No.
I would say you're like low 90s.
You think so?
Yeah.
Is he being generous with low 90s?
Probably
So he's
high 80s maybe.
So right now, could you have beat McCabe?
I don't know. I'd have to get the radar out. Maybe we'll do that.
Could he have beat McCabe?
Gabe has a rip, so I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Just curious. All right. That's going to be it. Little OT, which with the guys is, I won't call you Coach Ryder, light heavyweight Connor Fries.
Lightweight. He just fights the heavies.
See, now I just said light heavyweight. He's going to be like, "God, I got to go back in the gym. I don't want that heavyweight title anymore. I don't even want that." What do you gonna have for dinner?
Middleweight.
Light middleweight. What are you gonna have for dinner?
Beef rice.
All right, that's gonna do it from the Zambrewskis. As we're gonna get ready now. Quad City, the 31st and the 1st. You can be at the VBC for that one, guys. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Also, where's the ring at?
Oh, in my room back home.
All right, his room back home in his room. We will see you guys out on the ice coming up for the 2 Havoc games on the Havoc Zone, and then we'll be back here next Tuesday live from Zambrewski's for the next Havoc Hour. Make sure that you join us because we're also going to be giving away tickets as well for you. So make sure that you come by so you can win a pair of tickets to one of the next Havoc games. We'll see you guys next week.